that's my, I'm smiling, but I'm like not happy face. Actually, I'm not in a bad mood. This is um, yet another, you know, thing to deal with. Um, I got 2 new wheels today. Uh, the I went. I'm in Mobile, Alabama, and just a few miles before Mobile, I broke another spoke on the rear wheel, and I hitched a ride into town. And this morning, I got a Lyft ride. Thankfully, a car that could fit me and all of my things and my bicycle in it, and with a really nice driver who didn't complain at all. I kind of would imagine somebody to look at the bike and be like, I'm not taking that. But he was, it turned out he'd been a courier in New York for many years, for years and years. So he was not a bike hater. Anyway, so I get to the shop and the guy is like, well, we don't have anything in stock, but I can fix the spoke for you. And at this point, I'm already feeling a little, nervous about, like, I think that once you start breaking spokes on a wheel, my inclination was to think that it's probably going to keep happening. And he kind of confirmed that for me. He was like, I've got you sorted out, but I don't know when your next problem's going to happen, but this is going to continue to be a problem. And so after talking with him, it was kind of like he made the suggestion that I should start looking for cycle shops along the route where I might be able to pick up some wheels that were, more suited for what I'm asking the bicycle to do. And although when I contacted the company months ago, to ask about how much the frame could handle, I failed to clarify what the wheels could handle. And it turns out the wheels were just kind of not really suited for this many miles in this amount of time and conditions and blah, blah, blah. So I took his advice, and instead of leaving Mobile, it was kind of, thinking it's 70 miles to Pensacola. Maybe I shouldn't take that risk. So I called a couple other shops here in town, and I found a shop, Infinity, that said they had some rear wheels in stock that they thought might work. And I thought, okay, well, let's give it a shot. So I settled up with the guy at Cadence for paying for the maintenance, for paying for the spoke replacement. And then I immediately rode the 3 miles with all of my stuff on the bicycle to the next shop. And lo and behold, within those 3 miles, I broke another spoke. Only this time, it wasn't on the rear wheel. It was on the front wheel. So I think I just kind of like hit the mark for what these wheels were built for. So I have 2 new wheels, one front, one rear. The quality is much better than what I had before. The brand is, I'm going to get this wrong, Bontrager TLR. And although the rear wheel has silver spokes and the front wheel has black spokes, I'm no longer as picky about everything matching the way I didn't. The things I cared about 700 miles ago are not the same things I care about now. So I think it still looks all right, but I have a lot more confidence. So I'm thinking this is not gonna be a concern. And I was a little bit worried about. I've shaved off a little bit of rubber on this rear tire, because when you break a spoke and it changes the shape of the wheel, it means that something like the tire is now rubbing against parts of the frame, which means it wore down a little bit. But it looks like my Marathon tires are still doing okay. They're a little thinner here in these few areas where it was hitting. I don't know if we can see this. It's a little bit shaved here. But none of the mechanics who've looked at that have expressed any concern. These tires are considered top of the line for what I'm putting them through, and nobody seems to think that wear on the side is going to be something that I'm going to be regretting here soon. I think it's okay. I mean, you know, I'm not an expert. I'm not a bike fixture extraordinaire, and I'm learning as I go. So I really am relying on the opinion of people that I meet, and I'm getting a lot of great advice, a lot of sound advice from people, and that's all you can do. So I'm in Mobile again for the rest of the day because it's now the afternoon, and I feel like it's a little late to, I don't like riding at nighttime, so it's a little late to get started. So I'm going to play around this town today and sleep here one more night, and then head to Pensacola tomorrow. It looks like I'm skipping Dauphin Island, Orange Beach, Gulf Shore. I would have done Dauphin Island, Gulf Shores, Orange Beach. But now that I'm up here in Mobile, and considering I'm starting to feel a little behind schedule, or I'm starting to feel like I want to be further in my journey to my ending spot. So I'm going to get a lot of beach time. So I think that I'm just not going to worry about these Alabama beaches here. So Pensacola's next, and from what I understand, Destin is like the favorite. So, yeah. Heading to Pensacola tomorrow. It'll be 70 miles-ish. Maybe more. Happy girl. I'm trying to be optimistic. I feel like, you know, these little things, every little thing that puts me where I'm supposed to, like where I am, where I have to stay longer, just be optimistic about it. Perhaps the universe is telling me, God is telling me to chill out a little bit. I mean, I feel like I've been going real slow, but I also feel like each spot that I stop in, I kind of feel like I'm supposed to be where I am, or at least that's my perspective.